Here we go. Miloni having to face off against Unknown to stay on the winner's side of bracket here. So we're going to see a Cloud versus Mewtwo matchup. This is definitely going to be interesting because both of these characters have disjoints that can really zone out each other. Because with Mewtwo, you have the down tilt and a lot of the tail-based attacks that can reach really far. And with Cloud, you have everything with the sword. But the thing is, with Mewtwo, it's going to be hard to find enough openings because a lot of the times your hitboxes are tied to your hurt boxes. But with Cloud, he's got that sword disjoint, so he's able to poke a lot more safely than Mewtwo is.
All right, sorry about that, folks.
It's all good.
So has this been an even match so far, it looks like?
Yeah, I mean, both of them have been able to capitalize on misspacing by their opponent, and that's really where you got to punish as hard as you can. Because with these two, for Mewtwo, he hits hard, but he also dies super early, and against a character like Cloud that has things like that, looking for that short hop fair, you can just die in an instant as Mewtwo.
Oh my goodness, and the up smash just barely getting Miloni, so
yeah.
Living to fight another day.
Yeah, I didn't realize that Cloud was as tall as Jigglypuff.
Right?
Ooh, I like that. Trying to get him with the slide under up smash.
And
but
that is going to do a very smart move by Unknown there. Using the Nair drag down to force a grab. And obviously, Mewtwo having one of the best kill grabs in the game seals that first stock for him.
Yep. Oh, he was expecting the cross up, though. Miloni deciding to fade back at the last moment to go back to front landing.
Oh, and unfortunately, down tilt just coming out right as Miloni got the invincibility.
Yep. Just frame too late. Up air gonna actually steal it off from the ground. So 72% on Miloni. That's gonna be a little risky if he takes 30 more %. But other than that, it gives him a little bit of rage. Because with Mewtwo's light. If you can get him up to about 75, 80%, never mind.
So good. Reading the tech in plays.
Yep.
I love disable setup. I love disable setups like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's just such a brutal punish. People complain about witch time, but disable can be just as painful as far as the punish you get off of it.
All right, but we're going right into game 2. We're going right to Battlefield, Miloni's favorite stage from what I know of.
Yep, and it's definitely going to be a lot harder for Unknown to get those kills, but for a character like Cloud, not too much harder, to be honest. And on top of that, you got the nice platform pressure with the up airs that you can just constantly hammer out once you got your opponent on the platforms. But the difficult thing is just going to be getting Mewtwo up and off of the ground here.
Well, when you got moves like cross slash and up air, it makes that job a little bit easier against Mewtwo.
Yep.
Oh, and
I like that, using the...
Oh, and he read the tech in place again, but Miloni actually missing the tech this time.
Yeah, just decided to roll away that time at least.
And we're seeing Miloni not be able to get the up air extensions he usually loves to get, but Unknown is just doing a good job of getting back to the ground super safe and quick.
Yeah, and that's definitely something that's difficult to do on a stage like this against Cloud, because Cloud has all the tools he needs to be able to keep you out of that middle area. So for Unknown to be able to find those openings is going to be super critical in this match.
Another great tool is that up air with how long of a range it has and how it can just get you from underneath the stage.
Yep.
Oh, and the teleport cancel. Yep. Actually saving Unknown there, and that up throw is going to kill.
Man, I mean, just these little interactions that Unknown is doing just to keep himself safe, it's definitely coming in handy.
All right, the dash attack catching it, but not killing just yet. Good DI by Unknown.
Yeah, and on a stage like Battlefield, it's definitely nice to know that you can live at least one hit extra, but no damage for extra credit coming out from Unknown in that situation. So Miloni's going to be able to take this lead right back.
So far, Unknown getting a super huge punish.
Yeah, that was a great chain there, just tacking on 61% and a good string there.
All right, so Miloni's definitely going to want to try and space out a little bit better from the Nair, because that's how Unknown's trying to get most of his combo stuff going. Just small catches on jumps.
Yeah, and I mean, if you're coming at him from the front with Nair, you still have to wait for the sword to finish its rearward arc, so if you're able to power shield it from the front, it definitely gives you a better opening to be able to punish Cloud. Yeah, just so much patience.
Miloni is just on the hunt right now, but again with the teleport cancels.
Yep, Unknown able to weave his way out, but the problem is he's getting a higher and higher percent.
And it's a very, yeah, it's definitely a very dangerous spot for Unknown right now, since Mewtwo is a super light character.
Yep.
Air dodging right through the dare.
Yeah, and that was a good call by Miloni, just recognizing that he was just far enough above Unknown where he'd be able to throw out safely.
Oh my goodness.
That ain't gonna be safe.
He tried catching a jump with the up smash, but Miloni was just spaced enough to where he didn't feel he was forced to jump.
Yeah.
To force anything. So he just kind of, the little micro space saved Miloni there.
Yeah.
Just gave him a free forward smash.
So that ends up putting him in a game 3 situation, going back to Battlefield. So,
all right. Oh wow. Okay. Interesting that he would decide to go back here. I mean, while Mewtwo is also a very good character on this stage, it just feels like Miloni's too experienced on this stage to really want to take him back.
Yeah. On the flip side, though, is there really another stage where it's as good to take Cloud? Because a lot of those other stages either have smaller platforms that Cloud can camp a lot easier, or they have lower top blast zones where up air would kill earlier. So on a stage like this, I feel like as Mewtwo, you have a little bit longer to try and get those early gimps onto Cloud just to try and take the stock off earlier. At least that's the way I see it.
And we're seeing Miloni just doing a good job of doing a much better job of covering all the platforms that Unknown was really doing a really good job of utilizing last game.
Yeah, and I mean,
oh my goodness.
Miloni just continuing that pressure on these platforms, getting the downer spike on him. Yeah, he had to burn that limit in that situation.
So it gives Unknown a good chance of trying to kill Miloni, because if Miloni gets limit again, it's gonna make it very difficult for Unknown to try and actually kill him.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard enough to hunt down Cloud as it is. Once he gets that limit speed, it makes it that much worse.
Oh,
the shield
he dropped shield at the wrong time.
I think that might have actually just shield poked through the top of the shield there.
I don't know. I couldn't tell. It was a little hard to tell, but
Gooshi, give us that good replay.
we need a sick replay. And
oh,
no. And the
no.
Oh, and he still makes
Oh
it back. Wow. Mewtwo's recovery is amazing.
Yeah, I mean, it still baffles me how far that thing recovers.
Right?
Because it's like a safe recovery like that, you feel like, oh, it's not going to be that safe. You know, that long range for being that safe. And then it's like, oh, no, let me just make it back, no problem. But Miloni going out far here just to continue this pressure.
And there we go.
Yeah.
And Miloni is taking game 3. He is up 2-1 on Unknown.
Yeah, so this definitely puts the onus on Unknown for this situation, because it's like, even if you win the next game, Miloni's got the counter pick advantage now. So that really puts him in a tough spot.
I don't think he'd have Battlefield anymore though. If we're following, I think if we're following DSR, yes.
Yep.
I don't think he'd be able to go back even if he wanted to.
Yep.
He'd probably hit. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, still having that stage pick advantage. You could take him to somewhere like
it's technically modified DSR.
Oh,
modified DSR. Okay. I don't. That's a rule set I still don't completely understand it. I know it's you can't go back to the place you last won on.
That's modified DSR. DSR is you can't go back to any stage you won on. Modified is you can't go back to the last one you won on.
Okay.
So
yeah, Miloni technically wouldn't be able to go back.
Nope. But that doesn't keep Dreamland out of the situation.
No, Dreamland is still also a very good stage for Cloud and Mewtwo, actually. But this is also, Stylian City is also a very strong stage for both.
Yep. Oh, looking for that land from Miloni, but Miloni just staying in the air as much as possible to avoid these grab situations, because he's definitely at that percent where grab is going to start killing.
Again, using the long range of the tail to relieve pressure on the ledge. Very smart stuff by Unknown. Oh.
Thought he saw the dodge there, but wasn't able to catch it.
That fair is going to kill.
Man, that just hits like a truck.
Yep. Remember when it was weaker?
I miss those days.
Nah,
Honestly, now he's become one of my worst matchups.
Honestly, Mewtwo was just awful back then, though. He had nothing going for him.
So, Jigglypuff was awful. I mean, he didn't do anything for her.
No one likes Jigglypuff.
Hey, don't let Hungry Box hear you say it.
You shush. even Hungry Box knows Jiggs is awful in this game.
Or DDD.
Okay, honestly, yeah, I can agree on that one. To be like, the story of DDD just suck. It's literally he got nerfed once, and that's all he ever got touched. That's all that ever got touched on him.
Yeah.
And good pressure by Unknown, forcing the limit off of Miloni.
Yeah, just making him have to respect that presence to burn the limit. But why do you need limit when you have dash attack?
Right? Such a good kill move. Such a strong move for Cloud.
Let's be honest here. It's a good move, period. It stays out for a long time, covers the entire space in front of you, and it's basically a kill move.
Yep, it sure is. And Unknown was prepared for the cross-up that time. He wanted an out shield in there, but I think it was the auto-cancel of the dare actually prevented him from doing anything.
Yeah, and honestly, that dare pressure is definitely keeping Unknown from being able to try and catch out those jumps safely, because dare just stays out so long that you're forced to sit and shield the entire time. Rising dare, on the other hand, though, gives him an opening.
Unknown with this pressure at the... Okay, good. Smart recovery by Miloni, actually.
Yeah.
Using the drift to just get him to the other side of the stage.
Yeah. At the same time, I do like what Unknown did there, trying to get to that ledge to be able to punish him if he were to come back down to that ledge.
Oh, very smart confusion there by Unknown.
Yeah, just giving that extra little bit of stall, that extra bit of mind game to avoid the
And that's it.
situation.
And we're going to game 5.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see what Miloni's counterpick is going to be for this situation, because like we were talking about at the beginning of Game 4, he can't go back to Battlefield, so he's going to have to pick a new option here.
Exactly. Which option will that be? Who knows?
If I were Miloni, based on how Unknown has been playing, I'd probably say Lilat would probably be my best bet.
No, he's actually
not.
he is not a huge fan of Lilat whatsoever.
Yeah,
so
not many people
the
are.
Smashville pick is interesting.
Yeah, it does eliminate the option of Unknown being able to retreat to platforms as consistently as Town and City, because at least with those, with the transformations, those platforms are going to be in the same area. With Smashville, that platform's moving back and forth, so you can't always count on it to help you out of those situations. On top of that, this being a smaller stage definitely limits the amount of movement and amount of places to retreat to.
So that's probably what Miloni is going for in this case. And oh my goodness!
That's why dash attack is amazing.
Raw call out on the drift back.
Yep.
And Miloni is got a very strong lead right now.
Yeah, I mean, only 56% on him right now. That is going to be a difficult hill for Unknown to climb in this situation.
Oh, and Miloni knows he's got the momentum right now. He is trying to end the stock right away.
Yeah, I mean, once you've got this kind of a lead, your opponent's really going to be feeling the pressure to catch back up. So that may lead to instances where your opponent gives you more openings than usual. So sometimes you can benefit off of that with a little bit of aggression of your own.
And he's called.
Miloni popping off, Goof popping off.
I saw that coming from a mile away, but I thought
Mo was just watching like, I'm going to have to deal with that now.
He's like, why do I have to play Unknown now?